far? Alright. Today we're having some of your professors come in and talk about what they do in their department. And so first up we have Tony Sikora. Okay. When I can start you off, Tony Sikora, I teach you, you're like, hey, you guys stop throwing the paper everywhere. Anyway, I teach you all your intro class. Right here we have pictures of goats and a tree, and it's not really relevant to what we're talking about, but anyway, moving on. So, in my classes, I kind of teach you a little bit about teach you a little bit about genetics. Let's see what we can get here. You're not really working for me. We learned about genetics, so they're probably pretty related, right? There's some big concert going on there tonight. Yeah, okay, well, you guys all know you have my class on Friday morning, so after that, if you get yourself into the predicament and you had a couple of beverages, all you have to do is look up into the sky, and if you look past the Big Dipper and go a little bit to the left and then up, and you find the North Star, it's a bright one, and then you can find your way back to campus and make my class on Friday. That's all I really care about. Yeah, keep going. By the way, how many of you guys have been to the Florida Keys before? How many of you guys have been to the Florida Keys? It's a great place. You should really go. That's actually my second girlfriend right there. She's really good with all of us. Up there was my other second girlfriend. That was 2 weeks ago, actually. I was actually on another vacation in Aruba that time. And I actually, that's my second girlfriend, like I said, and they're really good family friends. I like to go on vacation a lot, drink a lot of wine. So that's just one of my vacations. This is actually one of my good buddies after party from my mafia days. I'm from the Bronx. I grew up there, and that's kind of how I got involved in ruminant nutrition. I kind of worked closely. I actually worked with the sheep full of the mob, so that's kind of how I got involved in that. Don't laugh, it's not a FarmHouse joke. That was 7 years ago, by the way. This is a picture of my cat. My cat Badass. I'm actually not a cat person, but I am a badass person. That's what I like to say. So that's my dog Wilson. I like to bring him to class, and that's my companion animal nutrition class too. So if you got any questions on my dog or cats, you can also talk to me about my ruminant nutrition line, but I know you have no interest in that. So we'll invite our next speaker onto the stage. Woo! For dairy programs, but there is no doubt the University of Minnesota is the finest institution for dairy cattle genetics, as led by
she is whiter. However, that's a Holstein, so we don't like that. The crossbred on the right is better. I don't know my directions either. Oh yeah! Our dairy judging team, the finest in the country. No other school can boast 7 of the last 12 championship dairy judging teams. As you see here, there's a fine group of men looking up there. They're looking quite nice. I would like to point out that our judging success is based on excellent coaching by myself. So I welcome you to our class of dairy genetics, because I'm sure I will have you some time. I don't know when, but I will see you soon. Good day.
Oh yeah. Now this old boy from East Shane, Minnesota, I'm going to tell you a little something about rural leadership. You might be taking one of my agricultural education classes. Maybe have one of my fine TAs, the Musburger or the Gunderberger or the Musburger. I'm going to teach you a little bit about rural leadership. Do you have anything to add?
I am retired. Associate Professor Dr. Grind. He's an associate, he's not as good as me. But you, my freshman, it's nice to meet you. You'll probably take the class I created, AFI 1002 and 1001. Have fun talking to Crookston, can you hear me? Dealing with some foreign oil, other ventures. I tend to do a lot of courses on applied economics. You'll see I like to use some things from Purdue. I also love screenshots of screenshots of screenshots. Be sure before you read today, make sure you get all of these handouts. I am not one for posting things on the internet or responding to emails. So I like to give things hard copy. Maybe that in this particular case, or in terms of doing this, it might be because one of my ventures is also in paper milling. In this particular case, I also happen to run a tuxedo rental shop in this particular case, out of my basement. In terms of doing that, I'm involved in many other ventures. Let's see here, I own land in Texas in this particular case. In terms of doing that, there are many courses. I will apologize in advance, I may be absent from many of my courses in that particular case. I'll be absent for meetings, taking sabbatical. Apparently in this particular case, there is punishment at the University of Minnesota for giving out too many A's. Doing that, I found out that that is the case in that particular case. So, in terms of doing that, I want to welcome you to the University of Minnesota. I encourage you to take some courses in applied economics and check out Purdue. Although it's University of Minnesota, I love Purdue's resources. And I'll be, let me make sure they've introduced one of our, is it Corinne Boland? Corinne Ballon. For all of you out here today,
antibiotics food group. Overuse of antibiotics leads to antibiotic-resistant gonorrhea. Which is no joke. I can talk about sewage for days on end.
Hi, I'm Gretchen. Okay, so if you don't like Les and you don't like Tony, you're going to get me as your advisor for animal science. Okay, so the first class you're going to want to take, you're going to want to take Intimate Animal Science with Tony. It's a great class, yes, great class, okay? And then you're going to want to take, Animals and Science. That's a double dip class. All we do here is we double dip, triple dip, whatever. You can't do that. We want to get done with live at as fast as we can so we can focus on what we really need to do. If you see about that pass, you need to look at that pass. That's the best program. Science,